guys, welcome home. Barfee and I are super excited to give you guys a tour of our first apartment. Come on in.
Girls like me, I like a magnet to a knot. Can like a lighter from the ocean. I sell them my devotion.
Let's start right at the entryway. Right when you enter, there are these 3 mirrors that I have. It's kind of great when you're leaving and you can just look at yourself and check yourself out and head out the door. But it's also cool to have it as a decorative element. The console table that I have over here is one of those things that were actually in the apartment before I renovated. I don't know if any renovated, what did I do? Why did I get like a weird accent to the beat? So the console table over here was actually in the apartment even before I renovated the apartment. I don't know if anyone remembers, but this was right next to the dining table and I didn't want to give it away, so I thought it would be fun to just have it here. I still have all of my crockery and cutlery stored in this, so I have to come all the way to the entrance every time I want to eat something. That's fine. 2 of these hanging lights that I got from like a local vendor near my house, and I just feel like it gives you a really warm and cozy energy right when you enter. We also have Phineas right here. I named him Phineas because he kind of looks like that's the vibe of the house. I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it just looks great right at the entrance. It's right next to this Zakir Hussain painting, which is about a big fish eating a small fish. Thought that was cool. This is actually the coolest thing in my entire house because these are vintage menu cards, places that used to exist in the 1900s in Los Angeles, and I collected them all on like different trips to LA. Like this one over here was like a Chinese place that was called Forbidden Palace. This one over here has all of these orchestra songs. And this one is just a tiny little menu that says no shrimps written on it with a pencil because I think they just ran out of shrimps that day, and I think that's very, very cool. Okay, let's go inside. As you enter the house, you see a lot of the wall moldings that I had done everywhere in the house. They weren't here before the renovation. I had them done. I literally just got like a POP guy to come in and buy these ready-made strips and just put them on top of all the walls. They essentially increase the depth of your house also, and it makes the whole space look bigger. And since Bombay has the tiniest apartments in the world, I felt like it would be really necessary to do that. This entire wall structure that we see over here was also something that I had to get built. And this actually took so long to do because every time they did a little bit of it, it just ended up looking like a mango and I wasn't vibing with it at all. So they fixed it like some 7 times and it's actually like khokla from the inside. Also, these are just photo ledges that I got from IKEA because all of the shelves were so deep that if I actually got them, they would be so out and it would look really funny. The entire vibe of the house is actually supposed to be just really calming and minimal and relaxing because I feel like I lead a super chaotic life, and every time I come home I just want to feel at ease. I just want to feel super peaceful. So everything here is really minimal. It's very me, and that's exactly what I wanted. As you can see, the inspiration for the entire sofa was just Barfee and his fur. I literally went to a fabric vendor and I was like, this is what I want to sit on. So I'm obsessed with this coffee table. I actually saw a reference of this on Pinterest and it was made out of bamboo flutes and mango wood. So I actually had a brand make the exact same thing for me because I wasn't sure where to get it from. And I just put like a decorative tray on top with some candles that I light all the time. they're literally like almost they've run out of whatever they can do. Right opposite to the sofa, I have this huge projector screen. I obviously love movies. I want to be an actor, so this is my happy place. And I have this TV unit actually made out of the same mango wood as the coffee table. Are people even interested in knowing this? Whatever. I saw this design online and I had it made exactly the same. I'm a huge copycat who can't afford originals, obviously. And what I also did was a lot of these decoratives are actually from H&M Home. A lot of you have asked me this on Instagram. This is not a paid collaboration. They haven't paid for this, nor is this free. I actually paid for it myself, but since a lot of you asked me. And I have two of these super cool coffee table books. One is David Copperfield's History of Magic, and the other one is this interior design book called Elements of Style. Super, super cool. And then there's just some random shit. That looked kind of nice. Oh, and we have the happy box over here. This is Barfee's toy basket with all of his recent toys. He's obviously done all of the other ones, but these are the remaining ones, and the basket obviously had to match the aesthetic of the house. Had to be kept on the side, but
So this, isn't this a happy place?
oh, bubbles! He wants bubbles. This is actually the least renovated parts of the house, because this dining table was this IKEA dining table that you can just open up and make it look bigger, and that's exactly what I did. And I don't know if anyone remembers my old blue velvet dining chairs. So it was the same structure, I just had the chairs reupholstered into the same fabric as the sofa over there, just like a shade of blue darker. Also, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. There's a part of this table that's chipped and I didn't want to get it fixed, so I just got this entire mat situation to cover it up and make it look all aesthetic. It's not planned. Oh, this is actually really interesting. This pink table over here is probably one of the only colorful things about the house, because I just felt like it added a little more vibrancy to the house. Is vibrancy a word? Okay, it is a word. It just feel like it made the entire setup a little more colorful, because it's all so pale and white. And I added all of these matte black decoratives on top instead of just keeping the entire thing white. And it felt very good about myself after I did that. Moving on to the most renovated part of Barfee, which is the kitchen. I have complained about my ugly red kitchen for so long, and I lived with it for almost a year and a half until I couldn't take it anymore, and I decided to just rip everything off and literally reconstruct the whole thing. I got all of these doors replaced. It was not just the mica, it was the entire door that had to be replaced. And I always liked the idea of having like a pale mint cream kitchen. It gives a really vintage vibe, and that's what I wanted about the kitchen. As you can see, everything is very properly named and arranged. I have issues, it's fine. I could have been a drug dealer, but I'm not. I'm just organized. Everything here is also organized, and you want to see my happy place. Okay, wait, let me show you. I did a little thing over here, and I did a little thing over here as well. Renovating this apartment has honestly been one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done. I know it sounds kind of vain, but the entire process of making something that I resonate with, that I just look at every day and I feel like this is mine, makes me so, so happy. Okay, let's go out. So right in this corridor we have this closet of mine, which actually used to be in that room before, but that was a half room and it's now my stuff's room. And I converted this other bedroom into the closet, which I'm going to show you in a different video because obviously. Let's move to the travel wall. This is actually technically the only personalized thing that I have in my house, which are images, like travel images that Arnav and I have taken every time we have traveled together, and I had them all framed in these 5x5 frames that nobody manages to keep straight. And right under this wall we have my happy place, the bar card. I have all of the alcohol that I actually rarely use because the ones I do use very often are stored inside a cabinet. But these just look good here and they're fancy. Let's move into my bedroom. Did you ever think you'd be in my bedroom? You probably did because I put my life on social media all the time. But come on in. I have this huge TV in my bedroom because I obviously like to be in my bed and just watch TV and eat on my bed. There's no explanation for this. And I kept this TV unit the same from when, I kept the same TV unit from before the renovation. I just still fit the vibe of the house and I didn't want to give it away. Oh, I have this book called Enfant les Cinéma, which I got from Museum d'Orsay in Paris, and after I bought it I realized that the whole book was written in French. So now it just exists on my TV. It does. I can't read it. Fun! I also kept the same mirror from before the renovation because this is like a magic mirror that just gives you your dream body and you look great. Didn't want to give it away at all. What is this drilling that keeps happening every time I film? How dare they? They don't know I was doing this. So this Chase lounger is also a new addition to the house. Do you see how my voice just flips? And when it came, it was blue in color, and I hated every inch of it. So I got it reupholstered. I went and I picked this super earthy fabric, and I had the whole thing reupholstered. Now I love it, and my feet loves it too. Oh, I have a really funny story. I have two of these bedside lamps and I accidentally bought like different colored bulbs for them, and every time people came over I just told them that this is like a part of the way French people used to do their interiors in the 1800s, and it's supposed to have like the lamps next to your bed are supposed to have different colored lighting so it disrupts the balance in your space and it ultimately makes you feel more balanced. 4 out of 5 friends bought it. I am not joking. I sold the story really well. Oh, and I never told them that this was a joke, so they probably still believe this. I hope they never watch this video. I also changed my entire bed from the old IKEA bed that I used to have to this new upholstered one. This also came in a different color and fabric than it is in currently, and I had this reupholstered, and while I was doing that I just had like an epiphany that if I put this black border, like this black piping on the edges of it, it would look a little less like I'm 12. So okay, that is the end of my house tour. Thanks so much for watching if you are here till the end, and I'm gonna be more active on YouTube, so like, share, subscribe and do all of the things you're supposed to do.